What if I told you it was possible to take one battery on set and use it to power your camera, your monitor, your audio recorder, and even top up your laptop and other portable electronics in a pinch? I'm talking about the Smallrig VB99 Pro video battery, and it has been an indispensable piece in my filmmaking kit over the last 2 months. Before we get too deep, a few items of housekeeping. This is my personal battery. I bought it with my own money after an extensive research process, and nobody is paying me for this opinion. All I did was purchase the battery, engage with post-sales support, and then use the product for the last 2 months. No more, no less. And I think that's what you want to know about. V-mount batteries are simply one type of external battery. They were introduced in 1993 by Sony as part of the power system for the professional camcorder line and are recognizable by the uniquely shaped V-shaped lock on the back of the battery. V-mount plates are actually now quite common, and you'll find them on all kinds of cinema gear. Now, while I won't be going into the difference between V-mount and gold mount batteries, suffice it to say that they're simply two competing mounting standards, and they're often interchangeable. Now to address the elephant in the room. Why would you even need a V-mount battery to begin with? Especially if you're a new photographer, I can hear you saying, I have plenty of other camera batteries. Why do I need a large battery on the back of my rig? Well, I'm glad you asked. Even if you're only using an external monitor to display the signal you're recording and not to capture the recording itself, you'll still have to carry quite a few large batteries around. This is the NP F70 battery. It's what my Atomos Ninja uses, and it's quite standard for audio recorders and other field devices. It has a capacity of 32 watt-hours at 7.2 volts. In order to get through a basic shoot day, I need to carry 3 of these for my monitor, not to mention the additional batteries I'll need to carry to cover the camera as well. And what happens if one of these batteries dies? I now have to take the camera off the tripod, completely disassemble the rig, and reassemble it before I can begin shooting again. That's a lot of wasted time. In contrast, if I'm using a V-mount system, the battery is part of the rig itself. I remove the spent battery from the rear of the rig and replace it with a fresh one and continue on with my day. However, the question remains, why would I choose this specific V-mount battery over the others that are competing for the same price point? That's up next. Previous to the current generation of batteries, which are designed to complement modern mirrorless, DSLR, and cinema cameras, previous V-mount systems would have required a plate which served as a power distributor for many other components in the rig. As you can see here, the VB99 actually includes these legacy V-mount pins, even though they're not in use in many applications where you'll find this battery. And as you might imagine, requiring a battery distribution plate adds a ton of bulk to your rig. That's something that you simply don't want if you're shooting on a modern mirrorless setup. Now, in addition to the legacy pinout systems, modern batteries such as the VB99 actually include USB-C power delivery inside the battery. This allows you to plug in any USB-C power delivery capable plug and access up to 100 watts at 20 volts. That's enough to charge most modern devices, and it's certainly enough to prevent the battery in your Sony camera from dying throughout the day. In fact, the first thing that I do when I mount the battery is plug a USB-C cable to the top of the battery and the other one into the side of the camera. I can run all day, including my monitor, without even thinking about it off of this rig. On the side of the battery is a more classical cinema connection known as D-tap. It's able to output between 12 and 18 volts at up to 10 amps, so you can power even the most hungry devices. In this example here, you'll see the battery powering 3 individual devices. The D-tap port is powering the 60-watt LED panel light from Amaran, and the 2 remaining USB-C power delivery ports are powering both my Zoom F6 field recorder and Sony FX3, respectively. Now, while we're on the topic of USB-C power delivery, I want to add a special note for older generation batteries, such as the VB99. Notably, these batteries are incapable of supplying the full power delivery specification to every wired USB device. So if you plug in more than one USB connector, the outputs will drop to the nominal 5-volt output, which is the USB standard. Now, if you watched my previous short on the VB99, you'll recall my first battery was actually defective. According to Smallrig support, the battery was functioning as expected, even though it would never trigger the auto shutoff function and would slowly drain itself to zero. Thankfully, B&H support stepped up and was able to replace the defective battery. This doesn't necessarily mean that I think the VB99 Pro is a bad product. Far from it. I think the product is fantastic, but it's a question of whether or not Smallrig will stand behind their products. My advice to you is this: if you need the battery, simply buy it from a reputable retailer like B&H Photo. That way, if there's anything wrong during post-sale support, B&H deals with it first, before you have to reach out to Smallrig. All in all, this has been a great addition to my filmmaking kit, and it's something that I would purchase again, although perhaps not from Smallrig. I look forward to trying other batteries from FX Lion and other competing brands because I really want to understand V-mount batteries as a concept and hopefully be able to guide you towards the world of better power for your camera. As always, leave a like for the algorithm, comment and subscribe, and of course, stay curious.